Patriots, if you've ever felt like something is deeply wrong in this country, like the truth is being buried while elites laugh in our faces, this video is for you. We just witnessed a congressional hearing that pulled back the curtain on corruption, hypocrisy, and political cover-ups at the highest levels of power. What was exposed should have every American Democrat, Republican, Independent shaking with rage. From a judge aiding an illegal immigrant to escape the law, to the FBI paying off corrupt officials who interfered in our elections, to the intentional cover-up of Hunter Biden's laptop, to the suspicious death of Jeffrey Epstein, this hearing laid it all bare. And as someone who loves this country, who believes in the Constitution, law and order, and equal justice, I'm here to break it down for you. Because we deserve the truth, and the media, they're too busy running cover for their political masters to tell it to you straight. So grab a seat, hit that like button, and get ready for the truth they don't want you to hear.
Oversight and Reform is back in session. Let me just announce to the members that we're going to get as much done as we can while votes are about to be called so we can move forward with these proceedings reflective of our rules. I believe Mr. Perry had sought recognition for.
That's right, Mr. Chairman. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I have a motion to subpoena the following individuals to expand the full committee's investigation into Ms. Maxwell, and the list reads as follows: William Jefferson Clinton, Hillary Diane Rodham Clinton, James Brian Comey, Loretta Elizabeth Lynch, Eric Hampton Holder Jr., Merrick Brian Garland, Robert Swan Mueller III, William Pelham Barr, Jefferson Beauregard Sessions III, and Alberto Gonzalez. That's the full list, Mr. Chairman, and that's the motion.
The gentleman has a motion. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed signify by saying no.
No.
In the opinion of the chair, the ayes have it, and the motion is agreed to. Recorded vote is requested. Immediate? The clerk will call the roll.
1. A judge breaks federal law and gets arrested. Let's start with something that should be common sense. A judge in Wisconsin was arrested for helping an illegal immigrant evade federal custody. Now, that shouldn't even be controversial. A judge broke the law. The FBI arrested her. End of story, right? But here's why it matters. We're living in a time where certain people think they're above the law. That if they're on the right side politically, the law doesn't apply. Thankfully, in this case, equal treatment under the law prevailed. But ask yourself, how many times doesn't it? How many elite officials, federal employees, and political insiders walk free while everyday Americans get crushed? 2. Strzok and Page, political bias and election interference. Remember Peter Strzok and Lisa Page? The lovers who texted each other during the 2016 campaign about how they were going to stop Trump from becoming president? Yes, that happened. Yes, they were high-ranking FBI and DOJ officials. And yes, the Inspector General confirmed their bias. But here's the kicker. After they were fired for interfering with our democratic process, they sued the government and won $1.2 million to Strzok, $800,000 to Page. From your tax dollars. Settlements approved under Merrick Garland's DOJ. So let me get this straight. They sabotage an election, get fired, and we reward them with $1 million payout. Only in corrupt Washington. 3. Hunter Biden's laptop. The truth they hid. Let's talk about the infamous Hunter Biden laptop. The FBI had it for 10 months before the 2020 election. They knew it wasn't Russian disinformation. They had already verified the contents. But instead of warning the public, they sat silent. And just days before the election, Secretary of State Antony Blinken organized 51 former intel officials to sign a bogus letter dismissing the story as Russian propaganda. That's not a coincidence. That's a coordinated information operation to protect Joe Biden and interfere in yet another election. And the kicker? When asked who blocked the FBI from speaking the truth, the director couldn't Give a name, not a division, not a team, not a faceless group. He was asked for a name with a brain and a beating heart, and still, nothing. They don't want accountability. They want control for Jeffrey Epstein. Still no transparency. And finally, Jeffrey Epstein, don't you know the story? Billionaire, ties to powerful elites, died in custody. Official story? Suicide. But let's be honest, no one believes that. So the senator asked, are you going to release the full details of Epstein's death? And once again, more dodging, more delays. They claim it's to protect victims and not release irrelevant information. Irrelevant? To whom? To the public trying to find the truth, or to the elites they're protecting?
Clerk, distribute a copy, please. Does another member have, I'm not sure that's within the rules, but does another member have a request?
It is.
Mr. Chairman.
In the opinion of the chair, the ayes have it, and the motion is agreed to.
Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Biggs have a motion?
I do, Mr. Chairman. I move that at the bottom of the current motion, that it state the following. Additionally, all communications between President Biden or the Biden officials and the prosecuting agency related to the Epstein prosecutors also be released.
And that's at the bottom of which present motion, sir?
I'm not sure. I never received a copy of the motion, but it's the Democrats' motion that we're considering. It's,
You're talking about amending the motion of Ms. Lee?
yeah, if it's Ms. Lee that made the motion of for the subpoena. I did not get a copy of that, sir. We might have to.
And Mr. Chair, I think our preference and our request is to have the clean motion that Ms. Lee made to release the Epstein files, which is the vote that we'll be voting for.
Yes, and the gentleman's argument is being discussed. There's a parliamentarian discussion going on between the majority and the minority right now. We're going to follow the rules. In the meantime, votes have been called. And pursuant to the previous order, the subcommittee stands in recess. We'll be returning as fast as possible after votes. So we're going to call it a 1/2 hour window to return after votes.
Fellow Americans, what we're seeing isn't just corruption. It's a system built to protect itself at all costs. The elites break the rules, silence whistleblowers, erase evidence, and then reward themselves with your money. The judge gets arrested, good, but Strzok and Page, paid Hunter's laptop, buried. Epstein, vanished. We've got to ask ourselves, how much more are we going to tolerate before we demand justice? So here's what I need you to do right now. Like this video, share it, comment your thoughts, and most importantly, subscribe, and hit the notification bell, because if we don't spread the truth, they'll bury it. This is about more than politics. It's about freedom, justice, and the future of the United States of America. And by God, we're not going to let it slip away. Without a fight, we the people will not be silenced. Not today. Not ever.